Hello! In the previous tutorials, we got familiar with word switch and mentioned that it has an operand section, a constant section, and an indirect section. In the previous tutorials, we got to know its constant section, and we also said that it has an action type section with different modes, and we went over those different modes. We reviewed them together. Today, we are going to take some time to test the indirect section together, and our main topic for this session is all about indirect addressing. If I go ahead and put this into the indirect mode, it actually requires us to provide a specific address right here in this field. Here, there's a device section that takes an address from us. If I click here, a window will open for us, and I can enter an MW here. For example, I can enter something here, like MW200, and it will enter MW200 here. Now, we want to see what the difference is between this indirect mode and the fixed mode. The difference is that when we use this indirect mode, whatever value we have in this MW200, it takes the value from MW200 and puts it into our MW100. If the action type here is set to set, every time we press this, whatever value is in MW200, it moves that value once into MW100. Now, let's test this together and see how it works. So, I'll open up the software. I'll take it out of simulator mode. I come here. Again, from the functions section, I click here, and once more, I add a move. I use it. Now, moving on to the configuration of its input section, I am going to use this exact same one. First, I carefully select integer as the specific data type for this field, and then in its designated output address, I will manually enter the value MWD200 right here in the box. Okay, I'll activate the simulator here. Alright, the simulator is now activated for me. For example, here, in its input section, I enter the number 6, for example. Okay, now, I'll activate this one in the simulator as well. Alright, so to make it easier to see, so we can view both at the same time more easily. Now, if I press this word switch here, it should set the value 6 for me, inside MW3. Alright, so since this action type is set to set, every time I press this, it only puts the value 6 into MW3 once. Now, if we change this action type to add, let's see what happens. This direct one also has the address MW-20. Okay, so if I go ahead and activate its built-in simulator mode right now, alright, take a look. Every time I press this, it should add the value 6 to it. Watch, now it added 6 to it, so it became 12, then 18, 24, 30, 36. Every time I press this, because the action type is set to add, it adds the value each time. Let's add this for ourselves. If I close this and set the action type to subtract, meaning if I set it to sub and activate the simulator again, now every time I press this, the value of 6 that in MW200, does it subtract this value from MW100? See, now it's 30, 24, 18, 12. So each time the value decreases. So does it subtract this value of 6 from it? If I press it, it becomes 6, and if I press it one more time, the value becomes 3. Thank you for staying with me.